Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Call of Cthulhu. Wir sind jetzt... Ich frage mich, ob ich da wieder rein kann oder ob es jetzt immer noch zu ist. Oh, wir können hier wieder rein. Ja. Aber verändert hat sich nicht wirklich was, also... Können wir es doch lassen. Wir wollen jetzt, denke ich mal, als nächstes zu... dem einen Säufer, wollte ich sagen. Okay. Redet ihr über mich zufällig?
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
It's getting late, outsider. Folks that know what's good for them are safely bolted in their homes by now.
Ja, ist ja schon gut.
These odd-looking folks seem pretty hostile. They don't want to talk to strangers. Seems like the Burnham lad had some doll along for company on this little caper.
All sorts of nonsense and hearsay be gossiped about such affairs.
But there was another robbery at Waite's variety store. That much is true?
That's for certain.
How did they break in?
Just down them there steps. Old Tom Waits had locked up for the night.
Right. Thanks. Do you know where I could find Mr. Waits in the evening?
It's getting late. Folks who know what's good for them are generally bolted in their homes by now.
Where's Waits' house?
Look, stranger, get lost and stop your bothering me with questions.
So hilfsbereit wie immer.
He's nothing more than a thug, and I don't feel like pushing my luck.
Na gut, ja dann. Wir haben auch noch einen Einheitspunkt, aber der muss da nicht irgendwo sein? Ah, was war das für ein Ding? Das ist der Werwolf. Ich sehe es doch kommen. Na gut, wir wissen, wo wir hin müssen. Aber ich finde es mal interessant, die Frau nochmal anzusprechen. Vielleicht ist es ja wirklich die irgendwas mit ihm zu tun hatte. Vielleicht sagt die uns ja jetzt was Neues. Wenn die hier noch irgendwo ist, vielleicht ist sie auch weg. Na, da ist sie.
She isn't gonna tell me anything useful right now.
Nichts Neues. Na, wer ist denn da? Ah, du, hey.
Hello, Mackie.
Jack, swell to see you again. Any leads on the Burnham case?
Nope. Did you know the lad at all?
Just pleasantries. Seemed a nice enough fella, if a little rough around the edges. Strange business, though. I'd never have fingered him as a crook. The First National was a well-run store, a rare thing here in Innsmouth.
Okay, Mackie. Thanks.
Goodbye, Jack. Be careful what you're doing. Very careful. Innsmouth's a dangerous place. Not everyone who visits here ends up leaving by the old bus route.
This Mackie character knows plenty, but I don't think grilling him for scraps of information is gonna crack this case. What do you know about the break-in at the variety store?
Only what was in the press. You should speak to Thomas Waite. He owns the joint.
Where's his place?
I think the Waite's house is over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Thanks.
Though I warn you, Innsmouth's driven old Waite's a bit crazy. He doesn't talk a lot of sense.
That's my sort of fella. He sounds just perfect. What's this Jacob Marsh like?
He didn't show up for our appointment. But then again, the Marshes never do.
Seems like we're both having some lousy luck.
I've only met Jacob the once. He's not the prettiest picture, and a real slimy character.
Mackie,
Hello, Jack.
what's the government's interest in the Marsh refinery, anyway?
It's just domestic affairs. You ask a lot of questions, Jack.
I'm a detective. What the hell do you expect?
What you're after comes under official secrets, if you know what I mean. But I can tell you that our government has become increasingly suspicious of Innsmouth and the Marsh family.
I've heard of the Marshes. Rumors of that family are rife, even on the streets of Arkham. None of what's said is pleasant.
That I can believe. The Marshes have been ruling this port for nearly a century, ever since that plague swept these streets in the 40s.
A plague? Is that why the place is so deserted?
Masses died, so that would figure. There's gossip that old Captain Obed Marsh brought the disease onto this port from foreign trade. Deliberately.
Oh my God. Is that why so many of the townsfolk are suffering from that hideous affliction?
Perhaps. Those from out of town call it the Innsmouth look.
Ah, deswegen sehen die so aus.
Where did you say Waite's house was again?
I think it's over on Dock Street, near the back of the poorhouse.
Okay, ich schätze, dann können wir nur weiter dann fragen, wo Waits Haus ist. Gut, dann bleibt uns jetzt wirklich nichts mehr übrig. War hier die Frau? Hat doch irgendwo eine... Ja, da ist auch noch eine. Ist ja auch noch jemand, der hangen. Na gut, dann gehen wir doch mal zu dem alten Säufer. Haben wir jetzt ein bisschen Stoff dabei. Will er bestimmt. Ja, da singt er doch schon. Kann uns mal ein bisschen was erzählen. Hallo.
What do you know about the variety store robbery, old-timer?
That'd be Tom's old store. Stacked with all sorts of knickknacks and such.
So you know Tom Waits?
I know he took the third oath that I wouldn't. I'd rather die than take that.
What oaths? I don't understand.
Just fetch him a bottle of fine liquor, young fella, and I'll tell you all.
Na gut, dann bitte.
Why, you're uncommonly kind, young feller. Here be a little something in gratitude that might help you in your search.
Ein Schlüssel, hä? Klang so, vom Ton her.
Now you be calling me crazy. Like them that's thar rumoring in Ankrum and Ipswich. But old Zadok's seen all manner of wicked things since before you was born. Old Captain Obed where it all began. Telling desperate folks they'd orter get better gods. Them's that would answer their prayers.
Didn't the Christian folk of Innsmouth object to such blasphemy?
Aye, they did. It were around 46 that many folks in town were done with Obed and his ways. And all that wild preaching and too many missing, you see. A party of good folk followed Captain Obed's crowd out to the reef. Shots were fired. Next day, Obed and 30 of his followers were in jail. And for weeks all were quiet. Till that artful night of 46. Them's out outside reckoned out it being a riot. But I'd seen them. Swarms of them.
Look, old man. I don't have time to listen to these fishing tales.
Was a massacre. The jail thrown open. Mounds of the dead and the dying. Shooting and screaming and shouting all across the town square. Come morning, the mess was cleaned up. Old Obed and his family takes charge, they did. Folks were told to keep shy as strangers if we were knowing what was good to us.
Zadok, who did all this? Who did all...
Said the old captain was now deeper in debt to his heathen gods. They were hankering for more than just sacrificing. Obed told folks they had to take the oaths of Dagon.
What the hell are these oaths?
You just asked old Wes about oaths of Dagon. Aye, he take the third oath. Just head over to his hole in the Dock Street. Then you'll see, for definite.
He's given me a key to the town poorhouse. It could come in handy. Where did Captain Obed Marsh learn of these heathen matters?
In warren foreign parts, the old fool I lent to ways of making gains, doing heathen things. You found a tribe of Kanakis in the South Seas led by a savage. Chief went by a name of Wallachia. And his tribe never went without food, for they had all the fish they could catch. Old Obed learned from his Wallachia that these things on this earth as most folks never heard about. Seems these Kanakis was worshipping undersea gods, with heaps of human sacrifices and other heathen things. But they was getting all kinds of favors in return. Plenty of fishing and even gold now and then.
Human sacrifices? Maybe you've had just a bit too much.
I don't blame you for not believing it, young fella. But just answer me this. Why did Captain Obed roll out to the reef of Satan and chant a lot of rites and incantations in the dead of night? So loud you could hear 'em all over the port. He got something in the water that eve, out the other side of Devil's Reef. Some kind of thingamajig crafted out of lead. It was given to him by Wallachia.
So, what happened?
Well, not long after the smoke started coming out of the chimneys at the old gold refinery, the Marsh family and those that had joined with Obed in his ways started prospering in the esoteric order of Dagon. Came into being with his heathen that shit they do.
What kinds of ceremonies?
Yeah. Get out of here, lad. Don't wait for nothing. They'll know now.
I think he's had his fill for the night.
Hoffentlich überlebt er das, wenn er uns das jetzt, die ganzen Kram hier erzählt hat.
Zadok! Zadok!
Curse you, lad, for staring at me with them eyes. The old captain in hell, and he's staying there. He can get me. He can't. No, he can't get me. I had nothing done. I ain't done nothing or told nobody nothing.
Sehr, sehr merkwürdige Sachen gehen hier vor. Bleiben Sie zurück. Hallo? Oh.
Mr. Walters, I must speak with you.
It's Jack. And just hold on there a minute, sweetheart. Are you gonna even tell me your name?
My name's Rebecca Lawrence, and unless you want to join Innsmouth's long list of missing, I'd urge you to follow me.
Missing, huh? Like Burnham?
Of that, I'm not sure. You'd be better off asking the Billingham's daughter, Ruth. She was dating Brian.
What? Who's Ruth?
Quickly, we don't have much time. You've got to follow me. Jack, Innsmouth is a strange place. There are things that have no business being here. Foul, reeking things.
Strange. Trust me, I'm good with strange.
That remains to be seen, but I can help you. My father discovered this strange sign while studying an old manuscript. It seems to ward off the more unusual elements in Innsmouth. Whenever you find one, you can use it to find a moment of sanctuary. Now, I must leave before we're seen together.
Okay.
I've seen that eye-like symbol somewhere before, but never surrounded by a star.
Ah, diese Zwiebel oder Knoblauch oder was auch immer. Ah, Spiel speichern. Okay. Na dann würde ich mal sagen, das war's für heute. Von Call of Cthulhu haben wir ja richtig viel erfahren. Ich bin sehr gespannt, ob wir ungeschoren jetzt davon kommen, zum Armenhaus kommen in der nächsten Folge. Uiuiuiui. Hier geht etwas sehr, sehr Merkwürdiges vor sich. Na gut, dann würde ich sagen, das war's erstmal für diese Folge. Wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Mal. Bis dann, wünsche ich euch alles Gute. Bis dann. Ciao.